Hey, what is up guys? It's Brennan here, and today is a good day. I want to make a video, of course, covering the Chase Freedom Flex 5% cashback categories, as they have just been announced from Chase as of today's date. Now, for this summer, as you can see here, Chase Freedom is going to be adding to their lineup of the 5% cashback categories, and these new categories, which will be effective July 1st for Q3, are going to be Instacart, Select Live Entertainment, and gas stations, as well as EV charging. Now, I am of course excited for some of these categories in order to maximize that 5% cash back on the Chase Freedom Flex and get also some UR points as well, some Ultimate Rewards points for Chase. Now, currently it is just an Amazon card for the current quarter in Q2, so it's not as necessarily as useful unless you're making a lot of Amazon purchases as well as streaming services. So it will be migrating over to the Select Live Entertainment, gas stations, EV charging, and Instacart. Personally, I'm probably not going to really be getting too much value from the Instacart category myself, as I really don't order from that at all. But I definitely will get some value out of Select Live Entertainment, gas stations, and EV charging. However, now traditionally I would be super excited about gas stations and EV charging. However, if you do also have potentially a Discover card, the cashback card there, they are also going to be adding gas stations for their Q3 categories, as well as EV charging. So not necessarily as exciting now, especially because I do have that first year intro bonus. So it's effectively like a 10% cashback in the first year for Discover. But at least with Chase, you know, it is nice that that option is there. Maybe if you just have this card as well, right? Maybe if you don't have a Discover card, then great. You can at least get the gas stations and EV charging from the Chase Freedom Flex. Now, again, if you don't already have this card, I will have a link at the top of the video description as well. They still have that current intro bonus going on as well, which is a pretty nice, easy swings for most people with the Chase Freedom Flex. Again, link is down below in the video description. Now, going into the specific categories a little bit more and where they kind of fit in and what they actually count as well. Again, this is starting on July 1st through September 30th of this year, and this will count for the Chase Freedom, which is the legacy card, as well as the Chase Freedom Flex, which the Freedom Flex is what I have. Now, in terms of the categories, of course, it is pretty straightforward with the Instacart. This counts on any kind of Instacart. That would be their cashback on grocery and retail purchases through Instacart. Again, not going to be personally using that too much, but if we look at Select Live Entertainment, this will count for ticketed experiences like concerts, so music festivals as well, concerts, music concerts, essentially, sporting events, museums, and more. Now, when they say more, this does also count for theme parks. If we dive into the live entertainment category, again, this is for live in-person entertainment such as major sporting events, zoos, aquariums, concerts, theatrical productions, museums, tourist attractions, and exhibits. Amusement parks, so that counts for the theme parks like Disney and Universal, so that's great as well. Circuses, carnivals, bands, and entertainers. So it's also important to consider as well that the ticket agencies selling on behalf of the entertainment venue are included, and some merchants that sell tickets for in-person entertainment that are not included. So these are not included would be movie theaters, bowling alleys, horse racing tracks, casinos, dance halls, clubs, and of course purchasing through a hotel is not going to count either, or through some sort of travel package. So that's something to keep in mind here that's important with the different merchant categories. Now, in terms of gas stations and EV charging, it is pretty straightforward there as well. So that is a nice sweet extra 5% cash back. Now, and of course, in addition to the rotating categories, the Chase Freedom Flex still will continue to have the 5% cash back on travel booked through Chase Travel. I personally haven't done too much with that yet myself. They also have the 3% cash back on dining. That includes takeout and eligible delivery services, as well as 3% back on drugstore purchases, which I have used a few times at Walgreens and things like that, as well as 1% on all other purchases. So, you know, again, most cards are going to have at least 2%, or at least, hey, you get the 1% if you're going to just use it elsewhere. And you still want those ultimate rewards points. So that's something else to consider there. So it is nice to see that these are announced and out. Again, if you would like a link and check out this page here, I will leave a link to this page in the video description as well if you'd like some more information from Chase directly about the new Freedom Flex categories. I figured I would just do a quick little video on it because I'm kind of excited about it. It's cool, and it just got announced today, so I figured I would put this little video together here. Let me know in the comment section below what your credit card setup is, if you have any other cards that you're looking at. As far as cash back setups go, I feel like the Freedom Flex is a good card overall, and it's why I definitely would recommend. And if you don't already have it, hey, link in the video description if you do want to sign up for the Chase Freedom Flex. Again, some of the links in the video description are affiliate links, which can be a great way to help out and support the channel. Again, I like the Chase Freedom Flex. It's a pretty good card. Some of the categories, aren't always necessarily the best, but hey, you're filling in the gaps with the select live entertainment, gas stations, and EV charging. I at least see that those two are pretty nice categories. It is just kind of unfortunate that, this current upcoming quarter, you are going to be overlapping with the Discover cashback card. But hey, maybe if you actually do cap out that $1,500 in purchases in a quarter, then you could just keep, if you spend a lot on gas, maybe you're driving all over the place, or on EV charging, then you can combine them in a way and get, use the first half of the quarter, use it with Chase, and then the other half of the quarter, use it with Discover if you have both. But, again, this video is mainly focused on Chase here, but I figured I would also mention that because it is an important caveat to keep in mind if you do have both cards or looking at kind of maximizing your overall cashback setup. I also like the City Custom Cash as well, to kind of fill in the gaps here for these different quarterly cashback credit cards, such as the Chase Freedom Flex. I would definitely look into the Discover It cashback, like I mentioned already on the video, as well as the City Custom Cash, which can be 5% on a single category, and that helps you kind of fill in the gaps a little bit more as well. I do also have another video on the channel going over how you can get multiple City Custom Cashes if you're looking at really maximizing your cashback. I will leave a link to that video as well in the video description if you're interested in learning more about that. But it is nice to see that, hey, Chase is at least, kind of keeping up with some cool categories, and I feel like these are actually pretty useful, especially if you don't necessarily have some other, 5% cards. This is a great one if you're looking into it. And these are the new categories that are, again, coming up in July, and that is July, August, and September for this year. If we look at here, on the cashback calendar, in January to March, we started with grocery stores at the beginning of the year. Fitness clubs, they tend to do that. April to June, it was Amazon Select Streaming Services. That's currently what it is. Again, haven't gotten too much value out of that, but, as I mentioned here, this is their coming soon category, the July to September. That is these categories mentioned here on this page. Again, I will leave a link to this page on the links in the video description. And do also keep in mind that the Instacart is part of their birthday bonus category. So they've been doing this all year as well with these birthday bonus categories for certain months, but this time the birthday bonus category is actually for the whole quarter, whereas other times it's been just for like a singular month. In the earlier months in this year, they did like insurance for March and tax services. So that's kind of cool. They're also doing some of those extra promotional categories that are a little bit out of the box, right, from typically what Chase would do on their Freedom Flex. So guys, I hope you found this quick little video helpful on credit card news. Let me know if you maybe want some more types of videos like this. It's just pretty fun and easy for me to ramble on about credit cards on the channel here today, since I talk a lot about different business finance, personal finance things and tools like that as well. Guys, if you found this video helpful or enjoyed it, then be sure to smash that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyway, guys, that's all for today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.